It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Bad, bad contest. You in first place. You in first place. You in first place. Bad, bad contest. You in first place. I show up with a check to you one place. Then hand the valet the keys to the Mercedes. Tell the DJ play your song. Come on. When I'm seeing from the back, I can't front of.
Whenever I'm down, I call on you, my friend. A helping hand you lend in my time of need. So I'm calling you now, just to make it through. What else can I do? Don't you hear my plea? Friends may come and friends may go, but you should know that I've got your back. It's automatic, so never hesitate to call. 'Cause I'm your sister, and always for you. And don't know what I'd ever do without you from the beginning to the end. You've always been here right beside me, so I'll call you my best friend. Through the good times and the bad ones, whether I lose or if I win, I know one thing that never changes, and that's you and my best friend. Whenever I'm done, and all that's going on is really going on, just one of those days when you say the right thing to keep me moving on, to keep me going strong. What else can I say? Friends are there through thick and thin. Well, I've been told that, and I believe that it's automatic. Call me when you need a friend. 'Cause I'm your sister, and always for you. And I don't know what I'd ever do without you. From the beginning to the end, you've always been here. You'll always be, so I'll call you my best friend. The good times and the bad ones, whether I lose or if I win, I know one thing that never changes, and that's you. I don't know what I'd ever do without you. From the beginning to the end, till the end, so I'll call you my best friend. Through the good times and the bad ones, I know one thing that never changes, and that's you and my best friend.
Yeah, booty, booty, rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Rockin' everywhere. Rockin' everywhere. I found you, Miss New Booty. Get it together and bring it back to me. Hit the Players Club.
So, how did I meet Keisha? So, I met Keisha in fall 2009 while being in one of my first SAC parties.
And me and Melissa were probably waiting online to get in, or just at the party, or at some kind of event.
I was dancing with a couple of my EOP friends, just hanging out, just having the first college experience. And she started coming up to me dancing. Dancing. So I'm dancing with her, whatever. And then she's like, hey, wanna join Deja Vu?
And some beautiful young lady comes up and she decides that she wants to bamboozle us and hand us a Deja Vu flyer to try out. We probably had got already 5 by the end of the week from a whole bunch of other people, but that's my first memory of actually her. She was like, hey, you guys look like you dance. Hey, you should come to the tryout. Thanks, bye. And then that was that.
And I was like, what? She's like, I think you should try out with Deja Vu. And I'm just like, no, yes, I don't know. She's like, I'll be right back. And she kept dancing her way, and she moved away. Of course, I didn't join Deja Vu that first semester, but she continually stalked me for another semester until I finally joined.
Keisha. I met Keisha back in September 2007. Yes, that was almost 10 years ago. At Stony Brook University, Deja Vu Elite, capital E, capitalize the E. Thank you. When I met you the first time, I don't even think you remember, but it was in the Bronx. It was your birthday, and you were just the biggest bundle of sunshine that I've ever seen in my life with the cake, might I mention. You had a white dress on, and you were just everything in life. And all I can remember thinking was, Terrell, Barbara, and everybody just needs to keep bringing her around because she's just so dope.
Hi, Keisha. Hi. So I first met Keisha when I transferred to Stony Brook, but I feel like I've always known Keisha. I feel like we were definitely kin in a past life. We used to pick fruit from the same tree and probably saw each other and smiled and giggled and probably was shooting marbles or something. But I definitely feel like Stony Brook was not the first time that I met Keisha. So I guess the first time that I met her was probably like maybe Deja Vu auditions. I don't know. And she probably, I know what, she intimidated the crap out of me because I was so afraid of her. Like the way she carried herself, she walks very tall and strong, and you can hear her coming from down the hallway. Like she is stomping through the halls. Like that's what I love about her. She's so like, she's just full of volition. Like just, she's just ready. So I think that I was kind of scared of her at first, but then in addition, she probably was like, and I was like, oh my God, I love her. So that for me is Keisha. That's how I met her.
So I met Keisha in 2007, around the time when Facebook was new and you had to have a college ID. So we became friends on Facebook when we realized we were both going to Stony Brook. And during our orientation for a program called C-Step, she looked over at me and she was like, Jarrell? I was like, what's this weird girl? And I was like, Keisha? Because I remembered her name. At the time, I only had like 34 Facebook friends. And then, Lord knows, damn near 10 years later, who would have thought?
I just want to say first and foremost that I am a woman in a bonnet and I'm sensitive about how I look. So, the first time that I met Keisha, I can't really remember that. I can't remember when I first met Keisha. But I do remember my first real memory of her was being on stage and performing. And the other second memory that I have of her was just being in Laurel's room. That's how I met her. I felt like that we would just go and hang out in that suite and everybody was just there, and we all just were cool and just hung out with each other. But yes, on stage and in this room, the suite of sisterhood, where all of us came to flock and speak and congregate and laugh and do hair and eat snacks. Yep.
I met you on the first day of Deja Vu auditions, freshman year, first semester, and I was kind of nervous, and then you and Jarrell showed up doing fucking full out choreographed routine to bed, and we kept on using that same damn routine for like the next 5 years, and I was like, damn, I gotta step my game up. And then you've been a fantastic part of my life ever since.
How did I meet Keisha? I met Keisha as a fellow dancer when we were trying out for a Deja Vu in Stony Brook. She and Jarrell had choreographed this masterpiece of a dance as their audition piece to Jay Holiday's Bed. And I was like, so we friends now? Because we on the same wavelength, essentially. So we both lived in Ross, in Stony Brook, and we walked back to our dorm buildings, and she lived in, I believe, Whitman, which was beside my building. And before we could like separate, we just had one of those in-depth conversations that just talked about everything likes, dislikes, things that piss us off, things that we love, you know, dreams, aspirations. We realized we both were cancers. It was beautiful. And after that, I was like, nah, that's my homie. And after that, we were just all inseparable, honestly. It was just that moment, that period of time for auditioning for Deja Vu. So that's how I met her.
I met Keisha when she was, 4 days old? 2 days old? Maybe a week old, 2 weeks old. It's basically her whole entire life. See, you guys got the piece of the puzzle. I had the whole entire puzzle, so I think you guys won more than I did.
One of my favorite moments with Keisha, I have so many that it's kind of hard to pick from, but I can say this happens quite often when I'm feeling down or just randomly when she pops up at my house because clearly I just need to give her a key. She comes in the house with popcorn, whatever kind of the junk food I need at the time, and she comes into the house singing, I have these treats for you, my bum. I have these treats for you, and then she does this, and it's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but it always, anytime she does it, I am completely in tears, and anything I've ever felt is pretty much not there anymore.
My favorite memory of Keisha would be of her being my travel bae, like my partner from the Poconos to the Hamptons. Keisha was right there riding with me, turning up. Awesome times.
So my favorite memory with Keisha, I'm gonna say it was when we choreographed. I would say when we choreographed Bed. At the time, like we were freshmen, but that was one of the pieces that we did to audition for Deja Vu, and Deja Vu really brought us together to like be like bestest of friends now. So yeah, because we choreographed a million different dances after that, but that was our first piece that we did together, and I think that was like, that'll always be the dance, always.
I just remembered a good memory of Keisha. It was during I was getting ready for my baby shower, and you know, everyone's running around, everyone's doing stuff. I'm even doing stuff, but I was at the point where I was starting to get ready. My hair was a mess. I just needed help. I needed all the help. I didn't know where Keisha was at the moment. And then the doorbell rings, and it's Keisha. Keisha to the rescue, because my hair was looking crazy. And I mean, other than right now, but it was looking crazy for an event that I was having, like. And so she helped me like take out all my curls and re-curl them, put me into the dryer, and then she just put me to ease. Like, you know, if I didn't have those extra pair of hands, like, because I was already late to my baby shower, I probably would have missed my baby shower. You know, God knew that I needed a pair of hands and another mind to just calm me down, and she was that person. So thank you, Keish.
Okay, so my favorite memory of Keisha and I would be last year when we were getting ready to go on our cruise at the end of July, which was like all of our birthday/graduation cruise celebration kind of thing. So we flew out to Florida the night before so that we would be able to catch the cruise ship from Fort Lauderdale. But we stayed with my best friend at her apartment. We got there like 1 o'clock in the morning, and she so gracefully allowed us to stay there and picked us up from the airport. And we had a great time, and we were just really happy to just be leaving. So happy that we decided that we were going to fry up some chicken at 4 o'clock in the morning and make macaroni and cheese, and it was absolutely delicious. And then woke up the next morning and made pancakes, which we called Crip and Blood pancakes. It's probably inappropriate, but it was just because it was like blue and red, and we had food coloring in it, whatever. But they were delicious, and we were happy, and we were very happy to get on that boat, and we just kept on repeating that we were on a boat. So the cruise itself was just amazing. That's my best memory, me and Keisha, because we were just genuinely happy to be alive.
I'm cheating with this answer, but memories with Keisha, it's kind of hard to pinpoint them all because she is so funny. She is so funny. I remember we were doing hair, because at that time we used to both wear like short perm cuts, and now we like proud to the people going back natural, you know. I used to have the machine to like dry hair and stuff, and I forgot what she was doing. She might have just been setting it for me, and I was like, she's like, oh, what are you using your hair? And I'm like, oh, this like mousse or whatever the case may be. And like Keisha picked up this, like, she had this edge control, and I was like, yeah, I don't really use that. And she looked at me dead in the face and just threw it and kept walking. And I was in tears. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. She is so funny. She's the funniest person. And it comes so naturally that it's like, you can't even help but to like, just be like, what are you even saying? Where does this come from? She is just awesome. Like, just the best.
My favorite memory of Keisha. I like this question because Keisha actually ended up making my senior ball night epic. Like, really, really epic. Like, I wasn't expecting it at all. I think it was after senior ball, and I was standing in the pit, and I was minding my business, you know, just standing around, looking around, and I see her and Victor, and they're looking at me, and they're just like, psst, psst, hey kid, come over here. And I'm just like, okay. And they're like, come with us. And they just like run off, and we just go off and into the night, and we go by a couple of the academic buildings, and next thing I know, you know, Keisha and Victor are like opening doors and leading me down staircases, and all of a sudden I'm like in the tunnels. I'm in this like whole new world, underground, you know, adventure that I didn't even know existed beneath Stony Brook. And it was just, oh my gosh, it had to be one of the best nights that I've ever had. It was just such an epic night, and it was all because of her.
Favorite memory of my sister, when my brother first came home, that was hilarious. Because me and my sister we were downstairs, and we had internet access. Now, we used to only have to use dial-up. But whenever my dad left, we'd bring the modem out, and we go on the high-speed one. So, I remember my dad called the house earlier. I was like, what are you guys doing? I was like, we're nothing. We're just here chilling. We're mind our own business. Not really doing anything much. You know, kid stuff. And he called and said, oh, yeah, you know, I'll see you guys later. So cool. And all of a sudden, I heard the garage door open. And me and my sister are frantically trying to panic to put this stuff away. And my parents walk in the door, and comes this little stroller with this little, tiny little thing inside. I'm like, wait, is that our brother? And he literally looked like a China doll. And to watch my sister's face, like all in his grill, was hilarious.
It was your birthday one year. I forget which year, but it was like such a random summer. Like, I forgot what had happened, but as always, you had nothing planned for your birthday. And so I was like, you know what? We're not gonna not do nothing. Let's get together. So we got together. You tried chicken and rice for the first time. We went to Central Park. I think a butterfly landed on you. It was such like a magical and random day. And it was like so much fun, and because it was just so spontaneous, like everything we do.
She don't ever listen to me. Keisha doesn't ever listen to me, which drives me up the wall, because majority of the time I am right, but she doesn't listen to me. I can be a little bit crazy, but I just wish she would listen to me at times and pay attention to me when I'm speaking to her and stop going into La La Land. Okay? That annoys me the most about Keisha.
What she does to annoy me, and I tell this all the time, she never picks up the phone. She never picks up the phone. This girl will never pick up the phone. Why do you have a phone for? You don't need a phone. If you don't pick up the phone, why do you have a phone for? There's no need. You know what you should get? A brick. And that way, if you needed somebody, poke the brick at somebody's head, and that way I can get in contact with you. Because your phone is useless. It's pointless. I know why you have a phone. I hate your phone. You should have a phone. You should get the Optimum Wheel. How about that? Get that phone for a while. Use an Optimum Wheel phone. Because you know something with my first sister? She's the last on everybody's emergency contact list. I'm telling you. She's the worst. The worst.
Keisha has the most obnoxious of laughs.
You know the Keisha laugh.
Like, you know when something's really funny to Keisha, but that shit is a guffaw. That's the word you gotta use. It's hearty. It's from the soul. So I would say, I mean, it's not annoying, but that's just Keisha's laugh. But it's one of those like, girl, Keisha.
What annoys me about Keisha is that she lives in West Bubba fuck. Like, why do all my friends live in like Brooklyn and Queens? Like, for why? For why? Like, I wish everyone was closer, especially Keisha.
Keisha makes me feel like I have a kindred spirit in the world, you know? I'm her unicorn, as she calls me, and that's my dame. Like, she makes me feel like that's my partner in crime. Like, I want to go out, or if I hear a song that I want to choreograph to, or even just someone to talk to. Very easy to talk to, very easy to be around. She's like a road dog. She just makes me feel like I'm not alone in the world. One of the few people in my life like that. Because like I said, we're on the same wavelengths. So it's just great. Even if we're just talking, like not going nowhere, not partying, just having I always have in-depth conversations with her because that's just the vibe we have with each other. And so she makes me feel like I have a sister in the world. And a chosen sister, not by blood, but by choice.
I think that she's affected my life in ways that, you know, I can't even say or put on paper, because she makes me feel in my heart that love exists, and that love between friends can exist, and love between friends that you choose to have in your life is really like a chosen family and a chosen community. And she's affected me so positively because she's such a great support. She will listen to you. She will cry with you. She will let you cry for hours. She will listen to you and not say a word. Soak it all in and be able to give you back an objective opinion and not make you feel judged or make you feel like, you know, like if you're wrong or anything. Even if you are wrong, she'll let you know you're wrong, but in ways that you can better your opinion. And you really need people around you that are going to support you and be a cheerleader and say, go team, go Jasmine, anytime. You get on my nerves, you know, sometimes, Jasmine. But I still love you and I want you to win. That's Keisha.
How does Keisha make me feel? Keisha makes me feel like a natural woman. Truly. But all seriousness, no, she makes me feel like I don't have to be ashamed to be myself. I know it may be a little cliche, but honestly, and Keisha makes me definitely feel like I don't have to try to be anybody else. Like, it's okay and great that I am myself, and it's good that I should find myself and be totally confident in that, and that's beautiful. Not many people have that characteristic, so it's cool.
Keisha, you make me feel amazing. Like, I'm so glad that I have you in my life. You're such a ball of energy, and you're so free-spirited, and you're so wise. You're like unexpectedly wise. You know, you keep me in track, and you always make me feel like, you know, there's so much more to life. Like, you make me feel like I can do anything that I want to do, and adventure is out there. Because I feel like everything we do is always so spontaneous, and it's so free-spirited, you know? So you remind me that life is free, and anything is possible.
Keisha makes me feel awesome. She's always a person that will is very rational. She will tell you how it is, like it is, with no holds barred. Like, she will definitely be completely honest, and I really do appreciate her for that. Like, she's very, 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 very trustworthy. Like, Keisha's real. There's no other word just put, but like, Keisha equals real.
And one word to me, Keisha would have to be joy. That's how she makes me feel. She brings me joy. Doesn't matter how many miles are in between us. Doesn't matter how much time goes by since we've spoken. Every time I see her, it's that same happy, joyous feeling that I get every time. And Keisha has that ability to make you feel good while setting you straight at the same time. Like, she can call you out when you're messing up, cuss you off in some ways, yet still make you feel like she loves you so much.
She makes me feel understood. And, you know, I'm totally digging the vibes that we have right now, and I want them to continue. And I hope that it does continue, and I wish her the best in everything in life, because she is such a positive force, and she is such a wonderful, great influence in my life and the lives of everyone who knows her.
Keisha, darling, we getting old, baby. 27. But we aging like wine, right? So happy birthday, beautiful. Enjoy it like I know you would. Turn up and just continue living in your own truth, discovering the beautiful self that you are, and be happy. Do what makes you happy and live life and be free. As free as you can be in this day and age as a Black woman. Yeah, happy birthday, my dame. I love you so much. To my Keisha, happy birthday. Just keep being you, keep your tenacity, keep your spark, because it's so inspiring. You're one of the most genuine people I have ever met, and just know that you're loved, like always. Stay blessed, and I hope you enjoy your day.
I would just like to say to Keisha on her birthday, happy birthday, Lord Farquaad.
What I want to say on her birthday? Well, firstly, I want to say fuck you for canceling New Orleans. But that's besides the point. But I just want to say I love you. You're my sister for life. And yeah, you can't get rid of me. What you think? We already got your tux picked out for my wedding. Girl.
What I want to say to Keisha is, don't stop believing. No, I'm serious. Don't stop believing. Don't stop being who you are, because who you are is so essential to this world. We need you. We need people like you. We need people who think like you, who breathe like you, who send out energy like you, because you are just so gifted and just so positive, and just like, you're such a treasure. You're a national treasure. I just need you to keep on being you and keep on speaking and loving. Don't ever let any situation or any person, make you feel like, oh, that you're not worthy. Like, because you are. You're very worthy. You are a queen. You are a queen, a princess, a melanated. I don't have the words for this, but happy birthday. You give me the feels.
First of all, happy birthday. You made another year. So what I want to say to my friend is to continue getting better every day. Continue fighting for safe spaces. Continue fighting for love, because above all else, she is the purveyor of love will conquer all. She definitely will love you so hard that you can't even be upset anymore. You're just gonna end up laughing, and I think that's why she's such a unique spirit. And I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. For real, I'm so blessed, and I thank you again for choosing me to be your friend. And I want you to know that everything is gonna be all right, and we here fighting with you, and that love will always conquer all. And thank you for showing me that, and thank you for opening your heart to me, friend. I love you.
First of all, happy birthday. I love you so much. You've been such a huge part of my life, and even though we don't really speak much much now. I still feel so close to you, you know? It's like that cosmic bond. And I'm just so glad you're part of my life. You've done so much for yourself. You've grown so much, and you've set such high goals for yourself, and you're accomplishing all of them. You're such an inspiration to me. And all of your goals will come true because you're so strong, you're so powerful, and you're growing every day into a more and more beautiful and wise woman. And I know that it's only up from here. I love you. Happy birthday.
And finally, I just want to say, Keisha, I love you. Happy birthday. I love you. I love you. I love you a lot. And I miss you dearly. But I'm glad you're staying down there because, less people in my house and more food to myself. Unless you go into my liquor stash. Love you. Bye.
To my baby girl, I want to wish you happy birthday. I love you so, so much. I hope you have an amazing day. Be blessed. Be great. Be awesome like you always are. Okay? Love you.